Chris Rock, Ricky Gervais, and some other comedians sitting in a room. They were all talking. No, it was Seinfeld. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that before. That was like a 10-year-old HBO special.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And then you find out like Louis got bobbed. Did you hear that Seinfeld? You know Seinfeld's situation?
No, he's Jewish.
Let's start this motherfucker. We'll get right into it.
I already started it.
Oh, did you already start it? All right, cool.
We'll do the silence afterwards.
Yeah. We'll do the silence at the end to remind us. We'll do the silence at the end. But no, Seinfeld was dating like a 17-year-old.
Oh, whenever he was filming the show.
When it was like Seinfeld season like 7. It was like prime Seinfeld, and he was dating like a 17-year-old, like picking her up from like high school.
Oof.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
And like he just got away with it for super long.
I mean, he was probably one of the biggest TV stars during that decade.
I know, but you don't have to date a 17-year-old.
I mean, at that same time, if you want to talk about that was also who's in House of Cards?
Spacey?
At that time, he was also at parties where 16-year-old boys were, and no one caught on to that until 24 years later. So,
Spacey was the thing where like no one even knew he was gay until he came out.
No.
The funniest thing was when, I mean, it's not funny, obviously.
We understand.
I was waiting to see how you transitioned back into it. The funniest thing in the world. There was this pedophile.
It's not funny.
Hey, hold on.
Pedophilia is not funny.
Absolutely not.
But like when all that dropped, and it's more rip shit than funny, I guess. But he, when they did that, I mean, I'm sure you guys all remember. He was like, "Yeah, I was a pedophile, but like think about it now, I'm coming out as gay."
His press release was so contrived and like so kind of gross.
It was really gross.
Because it came out and he's like, well, I guess this is the way I come out now. Yeah, I guess this is the way you all find out that I'm gay, by finding out I'm a sexual predator. And it's like those things are not related, Kevin.
Well, the thing with that is, actually, after all that came out, apparently it was a well-known industry thing where if you weren't in the industry, no one really knew. But if you were like working or catering or anything, they would tell you, hey, don't go alone with that guy. It's like the whole Weinstein thing where it's like, if he invites you up to a hotel at 3 a.m., you gotta know like what's happening. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Which is another great Dave Chappelle skit or dig at him. Where he's like, I'm here for my 3.
I'm here for my 3 a.m. casting audition. Mr. Weinstein.
Oh man, that was a funny Dave Chappelle special.
But
well, anyway, welcome.
Here we are.
Hey.
Bachelor season 25.
Correct.
Episode 2. Not a ton happened in this episode.
No. Not major character development. We had 2 single dates that you were pointing out.
I thought I learned a bit about some of the people, but yeah, I mean, no one got kicked off or anything like that.
No, we didn't get anybody eliminated this week.
No. I felt like I learned a little bit about Matt this week.
I actually agree with that sentiment. I think we learned quite a good deal about him. I feel like we kind of know what his series arc is now, because like, he talked about himself a bit in the first episode. Like the first half of the first episode was all about Matt. But like Tasha's series arc was like, this guy cheated on me, and like, nah, I'm having trouble connecting with people. Oh, nice job, bud. I know, right? I was on a roll there. Anyhow, back into my role.
Yep.
And his series arc seems to be like, he has grown up, and he's in a single family or single parent household.
Yeah, he only had his mom.
Right.
Yeah.
And his dad left. He hasn't fully explained the story.
Yeah.
But his series arc seems to be like he doesn't want that for himself, and he really wants someone that he knows he's gonna connect with forever, which is not an easy thing to find, and he may or may not find it on this show, but that's definitely his series arc. That's what he's going for. That's what he wants.
Yeah. No, I'd agree. I think he's so a lot of the girls in the show are very young.
Yes, he himself is 29.
Yeah, but like he's very mature, and I think at like 29, like you can kind of go 2 ways. I know 29-year-olds that are basically 40-year-olds.
He's very well put together.
He's very mature. A lot of the girls are pretty mature too, though. I'll be honest, like being like they're in their early 20s. They're all like 22 to 25. 27-ish.
Kit is 21.
That's just like
Yeah.
idealistic.
So, but yeah.
nonsense.
So it's like, and they're all pretty mature. Like there's the one girl.
Some of them.
Victoria isn't.
So I think that's a case of
But that's
we
like
haven't
played
seen
up.
enough as well. That's played up. But I think a little bit more. We'll see a little bit more immaturity as the season goes about.
She's obviously being sort of played out as a villain.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
she
she's
was
also making herself out to be a villain.
But like also the show is like they cast someone with delusions for a reason.
Yeah. You know, I mean, grandeur, all that stuff. Like when she was like, take off my guard in front of everyone else. I think it was that's what it's called, right? Garter on the leg.
Yeah.
That's
You usually do it with your teeth. I think that's what she would have meant it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just kind of like.
He's like, yeah, I'll help you take it off.
Which is weird because he was like swap and spit with like half of them.
He swap spit with her.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying. She went full on.
Listen, not to be staring down the kissing scenes too much. He good.
He good?
He's good at kissing.
Well,
God, I want him to just plant one on my lips.
I was, I watched most of the Bachelor.
I want Matt to take my kissing virginity.
None of those guys, like it looked like they were trying to like suck the yogurt out of a fucking Go-Gurt, man. But this guy Matt, he knows what he's doing. You can tell, and like so he wants to show it off.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I think also
he keeps his eyes open when he kisses.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I
saw a couple I saw a couple pictures on Twitter, and they were like, he's like, yep, like this. It's like, dude, just you're not gonna miss. You're in a hot tub.
Have I ever told you guys that I used to on purpose to freak
see if they're
looking at me?
Because like why'd you open your
no honestly
that's some high school shit, man.
Oh no, I also did with my like long term girlfriend that you both kind of know. You definitely know where
Spencer does know.
Yeah, and there are times like halfway through a relationship, I would just be kind of bored. You know, if you're making out. You know, and if she didn't want to have sex,
it's all the same.
You're a fucking dope.
I would just be like, "Hello," and just like open my eyes, just super wide, and waiting for her to open hers. And I would be like, "Why you open your eyes?" Oh yeah, good times.
It's an art form.
You have to make the fun, and where fun isn't in a relationship.
Yeah, you really have to spice up that year-long relationship. That's when stuff starts to get really stale.
It does, man.
So you just become like a married couple at that point.
It kind of you become lax. You need to keep, spice things up, you know. Mm-hmm. Maybe if she turned like British or something like that, or she, become a different person.
Yeah.
Spice things up. I did try and swap her out afterwards.
I was like, that's why I cheat on her.
No. I've never done that.
He didn't cheat. He doesn't cheat.
No. That was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I know. I just want to say I'm a good boy.
I mean, you're not a good boy, but you're not a cheater.
Thank you. I will take that. I'll take that as a compliment. I don't get many of those nowadays.
That's the closest you're gonna get to a compliment.
Yeah, I don't get many of those nowadays. So, but yeah, Matt, I think we learned a lot about this episode that you were saying. Great kisser. I think I will take back what I said last week, where I don't think they're gonna go the whole like arc where he becomes like emotional wreck or like something wrong breaks up. I think honestly you were right where they're just gonna kind of keep him at neutral or like a positive. I don't think they're gonna do any of the bad stuff.
Yeah, like he doesn't. And
he seems like a lovely guy.
Yeah, I think they're gonna focus more on the girl drama.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't really have. It
flaws.
makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't know what his flaws are. I still don't.
They might show some of it. I mean, but he doesn't seem like
Well, I mean, flaws aside, he's not. Like he's a kind of guy that you'd root for.
Yeah, he's not.
I'm rooting for him the whole time.
Yeah,
like I guess the Bachelor and the Bachelor are usually.
Yeah, they should be a sympathetic character. I should be rooting for them the whole time.
Yeah.
But they also shouldn't be perfect because then it'd be boring.
He's pretty darn close.
I think it's also the fact that he's the first like Bachelor who's never been on the show.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that they can't bring back like old drama that they might have had because inevitably if you're fighting for one person with 30 other people at the start, you're gonna form some amount of drama, or like, unless you're like the top 3 or top 5 people, like we saw in like Tasha's episode, where like the top 4 or 5 people were great guys, and the rest of them all had separate drama or something.
There's a little shit starting the night near the end.
Yeah, but that was because they were having people.
And like
come back.
like Bennett came back, and then
the
other dude came back, then Ben came back.
Watched, guys.
What happened? What?
What?
The episode we just watched.
What are you talking about?
All that shit at the end.
Oh, with the passing out and stuff.
Oh yeah,
No, before that, with Victoria.
No, we were talking about the Bachelor at.
Yeah, the
I
Bachelorette.
know.
What I was saying was that
we
we don't see him. We haven't seen him in any other series, any reality show.
Yeah.
So there's no past stuff to
Right.
react on. So I think they're just gonna go with he's a good dude, and I think they're selling it pretty well. I'm rooting for the guy.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for his happiness, despite the statistical improbability that he'll actually find long-term happiness.
I hope he finds long-term happiness.
He's a little Vineyard Vines, though.
So did you know that his roommate is Tyler Cameron? Tyler Cameron was like one of the runner-ups on one of the last seasons of The Bachelorette.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, they played football together at Wake Forest or something like that.
Oh, at college.
They've been roommates for like years and stuff in New York.
Are they still roommates?
Yeah.
Does that strike you as
weird?
Like as a 29-year-old man?
Maybe.
You're not 29, but I'm saying as a 29-year-old man.
To have like a roommate like that.
That isn't like a wife or
he lives in Manhattan.
Well, I mean, clearly they don't have wives.
No, but what I'm saying is if you don't have it.
Yeah. No, it's a little weird. I think it's kind of cool. You've seen New Girl.
It's geographical.
I would love to have a New Girl type like situation.
It's completely geographical.
Okay. Yes, however, no, you wouldn't, because you've literally told me before I don't want to live with friends.
No, but they become friends. Jessica Day is new. She's the new girl. And then she moves in and they become friends.
Yeah,
roommates can become friends, but I don't want my friends to become my roommates.
So you want to be the Jessica Day, because all the other three knew each other through college.
I want to be the
childhood.
Zoe. I want to be the Zoe Deschanel.
That's why me and you will never be friends.
Cripplingly annoying.
I love that you just said that.
It
gives me such good
Zoe
vibes.
I hate Zoe.
Does,
I hate Zoe Deschanel
but he wants
so
to beat
much.
Her.
He hates Zoe Deschanel. He has a really weird thing for Zoe.
I don't have a weird
no,
thing. I think she's
I can say
attractive.
that she's hot. Like I can hate her and still think she's hot.
Yeah, like most of the women that he's probably slept with.
Yeah, it's all women. I'm an incel.
But he's got one of these weird things for Zoe Deschanel, like he has for Ryan Reynolds and
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, sorry.
Wow, how could you not know that?
See what I mean?
you kind of look like Ryan Reynolds if he
don't tell him that.
If I was 40 pounds muscular and
maybe
taller, and
like if he got in like a small accident.
like Carrie Underwood. Like Carrie Underwood, where they just do a little bit of my stitch on my face and I come up with a slimmer, more chiseled jawline.
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there was a commercial that we were watching today while we were watching The Bachelorette, and it was like Carrie Underwood and like James Harden was in it for some reason.
James Harden was
but
Weird.
Carrie Underwood was on it, and it reminded me that like I think it was like a year or two ago. I don't even remember when it was. There was like I saw a news article come by. I think I saw a tweet like come up and like actually in like my Twitter news when it like broadcast to basically a lot of people at the same time, and it came through and it was like Carrie Underwood has 40 stitches. Doctors say she'll never look the same, and I was like, God damn it, yeah, dude, she looks better.
She looks hot.
She looks significantly, not even significantly better. I mean, she looked hot before, but she looks good now.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll. What accent did she have? I'll recreate it. If it'll give me that jawline, her jawline got better.
Oh man, that is so weird that you said that, and you're like,
well, no,
I had no idea what she even looked like beforehand.
Right?
Like I had the 07 Carrie Underwood wavy hair, and I'm
like Carrie Underwood.
But the thing is, before and after the accident, she's still hot.
She's still hot.
Yeah. I need an accent to make me more attractive to look like Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling, I'd prefer. He has an insane sense of style.
He's
I
got
love
a weird
Ryan Gosling.
thing for Ryan Gosling.
I think Ryan Gosling's a little overdone.
Overdone how?
Like I think he's a little fantasized.
I can see that. Spencer, here's the thing: is you keep saying this. I have a normal relationship with both of the people,
You
in the
have a
fact that I
weird
don't know
thing for
either of
both
these
of them.
people,
Yeah,
other than through movies and TV.
But like a celebrity weird thing for, you know?
I don't have a cardboard cutout. I'm not sure what you find.
But would you like a cardboard cutout?
I don't know if I have a male crush, like obsession like that.
Didn't answer.
Celebrity male.
I
crush.
couldn't answer. He was not rude, unlike someone in here who thinks I have a crush.
No. What? Spencer, do you have a celebrity male crush? I don't think I do.
What's a
I don't know
1930s jazz musician?
Yeah, I was like
No,
Duke
no,
Ellington.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't have like a celebrity crush. I mean, there's celebrities I think are attractive.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you could swap your body with someone else and look just like them, but be you on the inside, who would it be?
That's a good question.
I think I do.
No one would want that swap.
Who's the dude who plays Superman?
Oh,
Cavill.
yeah, Henry Cavill.
Oh my God!
He's
Just
also a super PC like gaming nerd.
cool. Whatever. I'm still my own personality inside his body.
What I'm saying is just interesting.
I want to live my life one day with that chest and just feel what it feels like to have all the extra bulk on the front.
Have you heard of the people that find he's like too conventionally attractive, like with the box?
No, he's like
face.
no, he's like too perfect.
No, exactly. So
Yeah.
like it's that whole
He doesn't
thing.
have the curl.
No, because here's the thing.
He's Superman. He's got to have the curl.
Here's what I'll say, and I've said it for a long time, and I've had some people that agree with me, and some people think I'm like an insane person. Like supermodels, like aren't that. And here I am again, and I'm already getting weird looks. I think is it supermodels aren't that attractive to me.
No, I get it, like rail thin.
Not even like the rail thin, or like there is such thing to me as being like too conventionally attractive.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Like
Henry
too
Cavill.
perfect. Yeah, it's almost the exact
Yeah.
same thing. But more so like I can understand if a girl like wouldn't be into like perfect like super ripped. Some girls like skinnier dudes and stuff like that. But like even just like supermodels are like someone like fucking Giselle.
Yeah.
Giselle is not hot to me.
She
Or maybe it's the fact that I've convinced myself that they're unattainable to me. That I've tricked myself into thinking that I don't want them anyway. Where it's like oh, it's okay if I got rejected by a supermodel. It's because I don't even think she's hot in the first place.
That's almost sadder in a way.
I mean, it's almost sadder in a way. It is sadder in most ways.
It's yeah.
Oh, he got it.
That would have been.
We're watching the national championship. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I don't know who decided to schedule the national championship at the same time as The Bachelor because both of these shows have tremendous crossover. A lot of people watching. a lot of country bumpkins in Alabama.
These two.
Lot of country bumpkins in Alabama watching.
What I was gonna say before I was so rudely interrupted by that Ohio State touchdown was
like you just interrupting Anthony's
Yeah.
thoughts.
It's all right. No, it's okay.
it was about the national championship.
And before he says his thing, I
No, do your thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
please
to do
go
that.
ahead, Spencer.
No, do your thing. No, because I don't remember.
I had to think fresh in my brain. All right,
Yeah.
so we were talking about he doesn't think that all supermodels are attractive. Maybe because they're unattainable. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe it's not just not his type.
Yep.
One thing that I think, and what I certainly am gonna try to talk about on this show is on this show is that like I try really hard not to keep physical crap right up front, because like someone who's intelligent and is easy to talk to and all that stuff is way like once you get into it is way more attractive.
So you're sapiosexual.
Well,
hell is that?
not entirely, but like I try to keep that in the front of my brain.
Big brain stuff. Look it up.
Is that like where you're attracted to someone
For their mind?
Isn't that just being? See, I don't like that now has a
No,
saying.
just attracted to intelligence. Like it's just this thing.
Oh,
where,
yeah.
like you can
For sure.
it's the first and foremost thing where it's something where people throw around all the time where they're like oh yeah, I'm a sapiosexual, and it's usually just a stupid thing to put in your Tinder bio.
It's like
to
when
try,
people are aromantic.
to try and get some girls from Harvard.
I do not say
Yeah.
that. What I was gonna say is that like with this show, like on The Bachelor, like all the girls are pretty.
They're all
They're all
attractive.
pretty.
if I saw them in real life, they'd all
Physically.
be hot.
So like
Yeah.
I don't really care to talk about that because like it's a given.
All right, well, I'm going to tell you something about that.
And Andrew's turn. Thank you for raising your hand and waiting your turn.
Thank you.
You're gonna say something about Victoria?
No.
Spencer, raise your hand.
No. What I was going to say was also my favorite of the season so far is Kit, not Victoria. What I was going to say was that I think for the supermodel thing for me, it's not like I don't like conventional attractiveness. Like that's okay. I think the fact that they lack like personality in not a flaw, but like in their own, you know what I mean? Like when you see someone who's too like their skin is super smooth. I remember I was listening to Two Bears One Cave with Tom Skerritt and Bert Kreischer, and Bert was talking about his wife, which is like a weird thing. It was she has like a mole that was removed, and it's like a tiny little like crater on her face. And he's like, I love it because it's the imperfections that I love about her, and it's kind of romantic in a way, in the fact that there are some things where like in a past relationship I've had where I love something about someone that other people might not find conventionally, I like appealing. But it's in those moments that you really find attractive to someone. I feel like in a supermodel, it's hard to do it because they're like Barbie dolls. There's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
So there's nothing like a character-wise. And whenever you talk with someone, you try and find some character about them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think it's that lack of character in their own uniqueness, I guess.
No, I'd agree. I like the whole element of being unique, and like when everyone kind of looks like the same and stuff. I can acknowledge I'm in no way saying that a supermodel is not attractive.
Oh God, no. Yeah,
they
I
are
agree.
very attractive, just like not to me. And this sounds very much like I respect women for like what they have on the inside, and girl, you're beautiful because of your flaws, not in spite of like it sounds very much like I'm writing hits for One Direction in 2011, but I'm not.
It's not. One Direction's. They got What Makes You Beautiful.
That's literally the song that I'm singing. It's like all those songs that are written like to you, girl. Like I love everything about you. Don't you dare change, and please buy my album. Like
I love one. I used to listen to One Direction.
I don't know, bro. One Direction was all right. They got a bad rap. They were all right.
Yeah. Now they're all doing their own thing, kind of. I don't know. Zayn, Harry Styles, all those people.
Harry Styles is dating Olivia Wilde.
That's wild.
Right?
Damn. Yeah.
Isn't he a little bit short for that?
When you're worth $100 million.
No, she's shorter. She's shorter than he is.
How tall is he?
I don't know. Harry Styles is probably like 6 feet.
Really?
He's not that tall.
I thought he was like 5'2".
5'2".
He
also not that.
He has,
Can you guys meet in the middle?
Whatever height he is, he has small boy energy.
Oh no, he is 6 feet.
Yeah,
really?
it's 6 feet.
All right, but here's the thing.
But Olivia Wilde was engaged to Jason Sudeikis.
That's crazy. Wow.
And then she broke off the engagement to start fucking Harry Styles.
Younger man.
I get that.
Let me also say this: the fact that I don't think when you're wealthy or famous, height is really an issue. When you're one of the world's like most sought after young like pop stars. Also, Vern Troyer married like a supermodel or some model. He was like 3'6".
Billy Joel married.
Billy Joel. No, time out.
I'm not talking about those people.
No, because we're not going to get into Billy Joel that much. But I will say, someone like Billy Joel, I don't know how they did it, being like small and ugly, and like just bagging like
He
you get
wasn't
like
that
Elle
ugly.
McPherson.
No.
He's small and ugly.
Why am I blanking on her name? I shouldn't.
She was in the Uptown Girl music video.
She's the most famous supermodel from the 80s, and I'm blanking on her name.
She was Kathy Ireland.
No.
She was in there was a girl who was in the Uptown Girl music
video.
video.
You guys want to know her name?
Yes.
Yeah, what's her name?
Okay. Which of the 4 people do you want me to tell you that he's married?
Just list them all.
The second one.
So Elizabeth Weber.
No.
Christy
Brinkley. Oh my
Jesus
God, bro.
Christ! Why couldn't I,
Bro,
Jesus
Christy
Christ.
Brinkley, like still today could get it.
She's
Katie
70
Lee
years
and then
old.
Have you
Roderick.
seen her lately?
Yeah.
She looks hot.
Can confirm. Does look hot.
Hottest girl. Dude, look, hottest girl over 60 that you'd bag tonight. Go.
It's Christy Brinkley.
Not besides Christy
Queen.
Brinkley. Name another one.
I don't
Queen.
even know another one.
Why Queen Elizabeth?
Just to say, if I was royalty, I was telling him today. There was this.
I beat up Queen Elizabeth from the back.
No. I was talking with him today about this boarding school in Switzerland.
Flagged by MI6.
There's a boarding school in Switzerland where you send like your kids to go, and it's $140,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, rightfully so, because the people you go to school
He
with
looked at all the royalty
are
and got
like
a
the
hard on.
princess of Egypt, the like prince.
It's
of
the school
Bhutan.
it's the school that Kim Jong Un went to.
He went to actually the other like
The
really
competing
wealthy
one on the other mountain?
No, seriously, they're like 30 minutes away from each other.
I'm still upset. I
But
forgot about Christy Brinkley.
That's so crazy
Sorry,
to me
Christy.
because I was like, if I could afford it, I'd send my kid there.
Yeah.
Just to be like, hey man,
Just to
hanging
rub
out-
elbows with assholes.
Yeah, man. Oh, yo, I'm hanging out
Make
with
her
like
rub
the
elbows with
next
this
the
asshole.
next
Yeah.
king of Jordan over here. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Who's someone over 60 that you would bang? Besides, do not name Christy Brinkley. There's a correct answer and no one said it yet.
I don't
Oh,
know.
you're not gonna say she's like a
might.
very famous actress.
I might.
White hair.
I-
She's in Mamma Mia.
I might, but you should not spoil my pick
I
before I
don't-
get to my pick.
I
If
don't-
you
Andrew.
say it, I'm just gonna.
I don't know.
Are you ageist, Spencer? Do you not appreciate a fine older woman?
No.
It's okay
It's
if you
not-
like them younger.
Oh my
What
God.
the hell
No,
is
I
her
just
name?
don't know any celebrities.
All right, and say yours because if it's
I'm
not,
just,
who
I'm
thinking
just gonna
of-
say Stevie Nicks because I know she's a celebrity over 60.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's a dame or not, but I think she actually might be. I'm gonna address her as
Judi
such.
Dench?
No, not Dame Judi Dench. Dame Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren.
Yeah, this one.
To this day, I would marry Helen Mirren, and not even for her money. I could owe her money at the end of it if we divorce. I don't
That's how
care.
prenups work.
Helen Mirren is
I knew you were gonna say her,
beautiful woman,
honestly.
has aged perfectly.
She's a very attractive older woman.
Mhm.
I think she was also attractive when she was younger.
She was, but she's gotten hotter as she's gotten older.
Really? You think?
She was hot when she was younger, of course, but she has somehow gotten considerably hotter. And I think at this rate, by like 85, she's gonna be like my wife.
Rail material.
Better get over to England, bud.
Yeah. I mean, or maybe she's in the U.S. or figure this out when everything lifts. But Bachelor, huh? That's a show.
Oh, I forgot we're even doing
I
that.
yeah, I know. We trail off really hard.
Speaking of like marriage, which we weren't, but they did the largest group date in Bachelor history, season 25 with Matt. They had 28 women dressed up in wedding dresses, and you know, pretty much canoodle and do whatever they want with Matt for about a minute while they were getting their picture taken by I can't remember his name. The
Franco.
photographer. Franco. Honestly, he was on the last season. of
Franco is
Bachelorette.
electric.
Love
Franco in
him.
his hot pink suit.
Fabulous pheasant
So
coat.
good.
Pheasant
Great
coat.
His
It's not every day you
commentary-
see a pheasant coat.
His commentary was legendary. I think that was probably one of the most satisfying group dates because it was almost every girl, I think, other than 4 or something like that.
Yeah, like 4 girls didn't get any date or anything this week.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
Very weird. They think they did it on purpose to weed people out or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
still.
it was an interesting group date because it was you basically go up there do whatever you want with Matt, and he was kind of letting them. I mean, when Victoria went up there, she basically attacked his face and has, as I would say, got some enamel on enamel action.
That's the only time I've seen a boy pull back.
Oh, dude, that was so
he looked
hard.
he looked very uncomfortable.
It was so hard to watch. I can only imagine being there with like 27, arguably other more attractive women that aren't insane. Because she was giving off some crazy vibes.
Was that the first time you said you've ever seen a boy pull back?
The boy.
He's
Oh,
talking
that
Matt.
boy. I was going to say, if you wanted to see a boy pull back, you should have seen me at your mom's Christmas party.
Okay. I'm a Jew.
I know.
It's funny. He still celebrates Christmas.
I know.
Don't ruin the joke.
No, you can. Don't ruin the joke. Don't mention my mom's actual real Christmas party.
You weren't invited. Don't tell him.
I throw Hanukkah parties here at my house.
No, listen. I think I am all for celebrating Christmas just in the spirit of Christmas because it's a great holiday.
Jews love Christmas.
It's an awesome holiday. You guys get to go to movie theaters.
Who do you think invented Black Friday?
That's not. What the hell are you talking
coupon
about?
books.
We love Christmas.
Oh my God! Did you invent the Advent calendar?
We invented Black Friday. You
Yeah.
think a Christian invented Black Friday?
Absolutely
No.
not.
We did.
You're making.
We
a
love
good,
it. That's all our profits.
Good light of Jewish.
That's all our profits. But no.
Came out with
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, Cougar Day the day afterwards. Also, you could buy flowers. That's why all Jewish people own
Oh
flower
my
shops.
god, dude! Like, we're not even gonna get Cougar Day.
Oh,
Are they even gonna have? Are they gonna have? Is Valentine's Day gonna be like even a thing this year?
They had all this stuff at Target when I went today.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't
they've
seen any.
also-
I haven't seen anything yet.
they have started selling the Reese's that are heart shaped.
Yeah,
The like
you-
peppermint
yeah.
peanut butter.
Yesterday.
Yeah, they.
They have, so they're setting up for it, but it's not going to be a my holiday type thing.
Uh-uh.
It's definitely-
Real quick before we get into the Bachelor Day stuff. It's Valentine's Day. Your lady's coming over. What are you serving?
Dick.
My lady isn't very picky. She kind of does whatever I want.
Both of you don't have a lady. I don't either. All right. What would you serve a lady that you theoretically had?
Do you want me to tell you about the sweetest Valentine I ever did? I was working at where we used to work in a retail shop.
Thank you for not doxing our whole work.
I don't. I mean, actually, it went bankrupt. So we were working at Brooks Brothers.
Brooks Brothers.
In Boston, and it was snowing that day. It was snowing super heavily. It was 2017, I think, and I don't know why I'm painting the picture, but it was like a blizzard. Like, and she basically was sick that day, and she wanted some food. She wanted to go out. She had her favorite thing. She loved Panera Bread, and I went to the dorm where she was, and I picked up Panera Bread on the way over because I knew what she liked, and I bought so much more than was needed. And I said, "Hey, are you ready to go out?" Acting like I had forgot she was sick when I just like put the Panera Bread down. She's like, "No, like, can you go grab me something?" And she was kind of, I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm like tired and stuff." So like, fine, I'll go grab it. And I walk over there, I pick up Panera. I'm like, "Oh, I got it fast and expected." And like handed her like 3 grilled cheeses, like a bread bowl, like a ton of food. And she like started like crying how happy it was. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Were you dating a 12-year-old?
No.
I was like, why'd she order 3
No. She didn't typically get that. I was going to eat some of the grilled cheeses.
Okay.
But
he's the 12.
what I did was I gave it to her, and I knew she was going to eat it, so I had some of it. But yeah, I think that was probably my favorite Valentine's Day because it was really the only one I cared about. Because the next one, I was like, I'm probably going to break up with her, so I didn't really care that much. But no, I'd say I don't really serve on Valentine's Day. It's more of
well, you know, I just want.
Oh, and this one was terrible.
So yeah,
no, wait, I dated someone during last Valentine's
Oh my god.
Oh my god, no, wait. Oh, what an anniversary this will be.
Oh my god.
The Valentine's Day was the last. I can't say anything about it.
I want to ask you after the podcast then.
Oh, fuck it, she's engaged now.
That was?
This was Valentine's Day was basically when it all fell apart.
That late? I thought it was March. Because that's when I
no, like we had still like seen each other and like hooked up and stuff like that. But like I was like, "Oh, hey, do you want to like do something?" And she's like, "Do something." And I was like, "I don't know, like get dinner or like hang out." And she was like, "I'm just going to stay in and do nothing." I was like, "Okay. Cool."
I actually
Me
remember
too.
having this conversation with you.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
With her or with me?
No, with you.
Oh.
And then I had it separately with her, but I was on yours. I love that I was actually dating one of the people, and I always had the in for both of us, and I was just like, I'm not going to go against someone I've, like, because, like,
buddy,
they tried to go against.
They literally, if what you don't understand, and I think I've told you this, is that, like, the girl that I was seeing was actively trying to
sabotage,
like, pit me against you.
Yeah.
And in a way, I think that also contributed to, like, us, like, her and I not working out either, was, like, the fact that I would never budge. And, like, I always gave you the out. I think a lot of times, she just wanted me to hear me say, like, "Oh, yeah, Andrew's in the wrong." Like, "Oh, Andrew's bad."
Also, towards the end, even after I broke up with the person.
Yeah.
And
well, we were still, like, going, like, out and, like, doing, like, date stuff. And, like...
And she thought I was cheating with someone else?
She thought you were cheating. And I was like, I don't think Andrew does that or has ever done that. And I was like everything that she would say or whatever came through. And I was like, oh, that does seem a little, like, weird or whatever.
It was also with someone I had never even slept with up to that point. Like, it wasn't even like
this is us speaking in pure abstractions, trying to avoid saying a single name or anything that
I know what's going
Anthony
on.
has to bleep out.
I don't know how interesting this is for the audience.
I don't either.
It's probably not interesting. I
not.
love talking.
This
about
is just
it.
so funny that it's actually coming up on a full year. I can't, dude. She got engaged in.
I didn't mean to bring
9
this
months,
up, by the way.
8 months,
less than 9 months.
Yeah, which.
It's not the first time that's happened.
Which, getting engaged in less than 9 months.
But I was the last one that she was with before it.
Yeah. So now you know how it feels when the people on The Bachelor
I like to think that I
season.
inspire women to find what they're really looking for.
Yes.
Is they're with me, they hang out with me, and they're like, this guy is okay, but I can do so much better.
Yeah.
And then they jump ship, and it's okay. It only hurts a lot.
I love that you finished that. I thought I was making a good transition. I failed. I'm sorry. I was trying to do the engaged thing into the end of the Bachelor season, but I did love your story. I just
Tony,
yeah.
You're gonna find it one day.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
You don't want it.
You do want it. Shut up. You do.
I need it.
I need
desperately
it.
need it.
Oh, that's a SpongeBob reference. I forgot you don't get SpongeBob references.
I don't
need it.
say SpongeBob references like that now. But oh God, where were we? Huh? Look at the time.
I was trying. I'm
I
sorry.
was trying to pose a little question about what you would serve on a Valentine's Day date, and these guys went way off the rails.
I don't even know. Like I've never made anything like for Valentine's Day.
Theoretically.
I can cook now though.
Like what's like a sexy date food? You know, for
that's like
stuffed meatball garlic baguette.
I was like I would do like
oh, meat. I'm great at cooking meat. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, you go.
What's important for a Valentine's Day date is that you do it and it's not super heavy and doesn't spoil the rest of the night. If you're gonna make her a brisket, I really hope you're planning on just like packing it in.
No, light meat like filet.
It's like nah.
Correct.
Might you like a
you
pasta
need to make a
or
hearty,
something.
Sexy winter stew.
Yeah. Nothing.
You know what's the funniest part? I honestly thought that was his answer.
It's I like to make my bitch a shepherd's pie.
Incorrect. Boeuf de Bourgogne.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
It is a French stew.
Awesome.
Beef.
Wait, hold on. Were you actually suggesting you cook someone's stew on Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Oh.
That's that clipped.
That clip. That definitely clip.
It's
Leave
fine,
the
though.
clip in. Leave the
I
clip
will
in.
not do that.
Anyway, what I'm going to say is, you really think
This is the most schizophrenic episode we've ever done.
this is a fever dream episode?
This is all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm a stew brewer.
ADHD of
I'm
episodes.
a stew brewer, and you will let me brew my stew.
Hold on. So I picked meat that could I think romantically meat is nice. I don't know, with a nice pairing of wine or whatever.
Oh, a nice
You
steak
said-
with
I'd probably do a carbonara because the only thing I can do.
Okay,
drunk
you
and
said
blindfolded.
pasta. Italians, also romantic. And then we have fucking stew. What about stew says, yes, I'd like to slurp down and eat some
you don't
meat.
slurp stew. It's
You
not
slurp
ramen.
stew.
I don't.
Dude, you slurp
You
anything.
slurp everything.
Yeah, what the fuck? Also, stew? No, I'm sorry. Stew isn't a Valentine's
Have you ever
Day.
had boeuf de Bourgogne?
Spencer?
Yeah, it gets me in the mood every time, Spencer.
Spencer,
Oh,
if I
it's gotten people
look
in
at
the
you
mood.
and I don't know what you're talking about, I probably
Every
haven't
time
had it.
I've ever made boeuf de Bourgogne for someone,
You've made sweet, sweet love afterwards.
I have.
Was it because it was something in the stew?
Yeah, love.
I don't like it. All right, Bill Cosby, let's get on it.
a secret ingredient in my boeuf de Bourgogne. It's love.
Oofta de roofies. All right.
And a red
God.
wine pairing,
No,
of
stew
course.
isn't. Oh.
No, that's also just like I don't know. I've made a firm decision that I am not making. Goddamn, she is beautiful. Some girl in Alabama looked beautiful even behind the
it's
mask.
Alabama.
Dude, I know.
I almost went to Bama.
I
Tide.
wish I went to a big like SEC South school. Like
They're fun.
the girls are just so hot, like all of them,
Yeah.
and a lot of the dudes look just like me.
Oh yeah, the frat guys look worse than you.
Right?
Yes, I know people in frats. You go to the house and you're like,
And they
"You
just
guys are
like
in frats?"
clean up too.
Yeah, they probably have parties.
It's like maybe they don't have like the personality for it.
Maybe
People
it's
say
just
that
you.
it's probably me.
I mean, that's the same with all of us in this room.
I mean, I'll clean up around here. What makes you think that I'd clean up at UT Austin or something like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
In literally the biggest college city.
Yeah,
area
yeah,
in
right.
the
What makes
US.
what makes me think my odds are going to be any better down there?
Yeah. Oh man, it's isolated. They can't go anywhere. I mean, you're in Tuscaloosa.
We're
no,
economists.
it's not because of the implication. It's not.
We're
Oh.
economists. It's a competition game, my friend.
Yes, marginally.
More
I
supply.
get worse with
Yeah, more supply, they get more desperate.
It's not about supply and demand. It's about competition.
Yeah.
in some regard, that is supply and demand.
Boston is
It
Boston's in a tough situation because like the city on the whole, and this is widely known, for women is not as hot as other cities, but for
I
men,
think some people will refute that.
the men here are more attractive than most other cities.
There's been a statistic like with that,
Yep.
with like a survey.
So it's like girls are like
Who the
hotter.
fuck can quantify that?
People that survey.
There's a
Survey
10-point
what?
there's a 10-point scale for hotness, Spencer.
Is it exponential or is it linear? I always ask that.
Attractiveness is completely subjective.
It's not subjective.
It is subjective.
No.
A little bit subjective.
No, there's like symmetry and stuff.
Yes. I first ask women when I go up to them, what's your unique feature I should know about right now? On our first
Well, I
date,
mean-
I go,
Hey
why
girl,
is your
hey girl, where are your birthmarks?
Do you have one shaped like Italy? Is it a boot?
It's completely subjective.
No, it isn't. But also, but like all the schools in the South have like hot girls because like it's the South.
Well, they're also easier to get into, you know.
UT Austin's not like.
Oh, UT Austin. No, hold
Are you
on.
saying that there's a negative correlation between attractiveness and getting into college?
I think there's a negative correlation between attractiveness and intelligence.
Up to a point. Actually, this is also
Maybe
another.
I shouldn't have said that.
No, this is another statistic. Is like whenever you see Harvard women and they're taller, they're more attractive, like all that stuff. It's because like it's actually like it's a curve, but then it like cuts at the end. It tails upwards.
So like if you're like a 7.
Oh God. The number.
Hold on.
So like it goes up, right? So like obviously like if you're like
But with cross section between intelligence and an attractiveness.
intelligence is on the what axis?
Whatever axis you want it to be on, Y or X.
Okay.
But what I'm saying
I thought
is
there was a negative correlation.
no. that's what he said.
So if you're like a
No, I
10,
did
you
not
have like
say
0
that.
intelligence.
No,
said, is that what you're saying?
so it's like a sinusoidal type graph where like it goes up.
Yep.
Attractiveness,
and then comes back.
and then comes back up towards the end. Whenever like super attractive people also tend to also be intelligent because
This is a numerical graph
God,
of something.
God,
it's
that's
evolution.
completely
I actually
unquantifiable.
no. I learned about this in evolutionary economics. So you can blame my professor.
That sounds pretty fucking
Evolutionary
quantifiable to me.
economics is stupid.
Evolutionary economics is stupid. It's
Yes.
bases all of your decisions. We're
No,
both
that's
economists.
behavioral economics.
No. It's also evolutionary. Because evolutionary is also the same thing where it's like why I want to
Alright,
protect
alright. We shouldn't-
my
we
brother instead of
We shouldn't get too
Anthony.
technical with the economic stuff here.
All right. Anyway, we're talking about attractive people and The Bachelor, and we're getting so off. This is a fever dream of a fucking.
Yeah, this is I don't even know how do I
Spencer-
release this?
Spencer is drinking
What do I
wine,
title
tequila.
this?
We go off
How do I write copy for this? What do I clip as a clip for this?
on a rail. We just going off on a rail. Wait, what's the saying? Off a rail. Off the rails.
Off the rails.
Fuck.
Off the rails. But instead, we're on the rails.
We are not
Okay,
on the rails.
back to the episode. All right,
Okay.
there was the bride thing.
We haven't
the
even
bride fight.
talked about the.
We didn't
the
even get to
pig
the bride fight. We didn't even get to the bride fight.
Nope.
All right, so let me pose the bride fight. So on this group date they all picked out wedding dresses and they took pictures with Matt and they did various things with Matt. Like they kissed him, they did the garter thing. He's got his hand up. Talk, go for it. Put your hand up. This isn't fucking class.
I will
It's
never
very
I will never get over the fact that it's so uncomfortable that they all pick out wedding dresses and do the
pretty
thing.
uncomfortable.
Like that makes me like really uncomfortable.
Wait, they all were. You had to wear a wedding dress,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I
like,
thought you were saying.
I
choice.
always thought it was, and like I don't know like wedding stuff at all. Like whoever I marry, like he's definitely gonna go ahead and do all of this for me.
Mhm.
I don't understand the like I always thought it's like you're not supposed to wear a wedding dress before the thing, and like no one's supposed to see you in your wedding
The
dress
groom
before
isn't
the
supposed
thing.
to see you.
But that's after you pick it out. They're not going to be wearing those at their wedding. They tore it up and got paint on them.
No, I
It's
know
just
that, but like you're not supposed to wear like a wedding. I thought you weren't. That's like the rule of thumb, like you weren't supposed to wear a wedding dress period before you were
It's
getting
all
married.
I don't
bunch-
believe in
it's all-
astrology. I
it's
have
all-
no idea
it's
how
all-
that works.
It's not astrology. It's just a bunch of superstitious
Yeah,
nonsense.
thank you, Spencer.
I
That's
just
exactly what I was
just
saying.
thought it was like tradition.
I don't know tradition.
No, you're correct.
I
But
mean, here's the thing: if it's tradition, I also want my wife's parents to pay for the wedding. So
Fucking better.
honestly,
I don't got money for that. I won't have money for that. I'm a part-time podcaster.
Exactly.
This is where all of my time and effort goes.
This is where all my money
This
goes.
is all
So
where
your
all
time.
Andrew's money
One of
goes.
us'
I'm just
time was
here.
money. Yeah, you're just freeloading, is what we like to call it.
Yeah.
Incorrect. I'm bringing the entertainment to the table.
What entertainment?
Yeah, you and just you.
Yes.
I posed that Valentine's Day question. We got like 20 minutes out of
Unfortunately, yeah.
that.
I don't even know if this is becoming a Bachelor podcast or is this becoming just
If it becomes a shoot the shit podcast, I'm ending it.
It's a hold down, pro down podcast.
I'm ending. If it becomes a shoot the shit podcast, I'm ending it. I wish we could have done tears today, just to give us something to wrap up with.
I was talking about the bride thing.
Okay, no, listen, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go
Oh,
ahead.
no, you're good. You're good.
No, go ahead.
You made a good point. All right, here we go. All right, so they do this bride thing. They're taking the pictures with the bride and the groom. Matt is the groom. All the brides are the brides. And then Chris Hansen is like, oh, shit.
Chris, who?
Chris Hansen.
No.
Eh.
What the
Chris.
fuck is his name?
Say it. Let's guess. You have one more guess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get
You
it.
have one more guess, dude. It can't be worse than Chris Hansen.
Why don't you take a seat, man?
Whatever the
Unless you
fuck.
sound like O.J. Simpson. It's like
I-
nonsense.
I'm bad with names. I don't know the names. I know his face.
Okay.
He's like, oh no, you gotta fight. After the wedding, you gotta fight.
Sound like an old Jewish man? Is that what Chris
I
Harris-
am an old Jewish
no.
man.
Oh, I gotta get over this. His name's Chris Harris.
It's Harrison, dude. Chris Harrison.
What the fuck his name is? His first name is Chris. That's all that matters.
Okay, fine. Keep moving.
I'm going. All right. So he's like, he talks about how, marriage doesn't end at the wedding. After the wedding, you have to, you gotta fight, which is not how weddings should go. You should not be fighting with your husband. That's bad.
No, we said after the wedding.
I know, but you should if you're fighting, like everybody. All right, this is an American thing. Or it might be international, but everyone's like, oh, like there's no heat when you don't fight in a relationship. It's like you shouldn't be fighting. That's not good.
Wrong answer.
What are you fucking talking about?
I only want to be with women that I'm going to actively get in conflict
The opposite
with.
of love is indifference, Spencer.
Conflict and fighting are not the same thing. Like having disagreements is different than like fighting.
I love feuding. I like girls that are going to just like.
I love people who want my land.
Yeah.
And they can't have it.
Yeah. I like girls that are going to sort of ruin my life, have this sort of secret vendetta against me for a prolonged period of time. But that's just me.
That's unhealthy.
Moving
on.
It's what I like. It's my. Are you going to kink shame me here and now
How
on
could
my
you do
own
this?
podcast, Spencer? You're going to kink shame
I'm
me.
not gonna kink shame you, but I think that's probably in a relationship that's probably unhealthy.
Say that to all the failed relationships.
Yes.
Please continue.
Yes. So he's like, you gotta fight after the marriage to keep the marriage healthy, which is true to a degree. And then he's like, you're gonna throw paint at each other and play capture the flag in a wedding dress. That's the game. That's the group date, and whoever wins gets to do the
Capture the heart. Is
yeah,
what it was. Yeah.
Whoever wins gets to do there's gold team and a red team, and whoever wins gets to do the main part of the group date.
I loved this. Can I say I loved this event?
I was
Oh, yeah.
So many. It was like rugby's 11-11. This was 14 versus 14 women in brides dresses with paint. And some of them, there was one girl that got tackled.
Yeah.
Like they were playing capture the ball or whatever it is. And there was one that got hit and almost fell headfirst into a trunk of a tree.
Mhm.
I'm sure if you guys saw. I was like, this could have been so much worse.
Listen, I'm telling you, if I ever have 28 women all vying for my love at the same time, I'm throwing them in the woods.
I found it
Yes.
kind of boring.
I'm putting them on two teams, throwing them in the woods, and
The winner gets me.
yeah.
The 14 winners get me.
Best man wins.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw paint at each other, ruined their dresses, got paint on their faces.
I gotta say, it was one of my favorite events.
Nah, it's pretty fun. It
thought it was
brings me
boring.
back that like I haven't played like a capture the flag type thing in a long time. Intramural capture the flag would be so fucking fun.
It gets so violent. I mean, we already get violent in flag football.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I mean, I get trucked. That's the girl. The one in the sparkly dress.
I looked at the old person next to
She was attractive too.
and I went, "Oh, all right." I
No,
guess.
no, the one in the sparkly dress. Oh my god, I think I just found my future wife. I hope she knows how to read. She's from Alabama, so the odds are about 50-50.
Actually, yeah, right about in there.
She goes to Alabama. She's not from Alabama.
Yeah, the
necessarily.
bar to get in is pretty low too.
Yeah, I think like 92%, 95%, and that's if you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
God. Anyway, but yeah, it was one of my favorite ones. I love the violent ones. I think I've realized that since Bachelorette they did the wrestling. This one they have the tackling. I'm looking forward more to those.
They've done like rugby before, like in the Bachelorette, like that's like rugby, like got intense, like dudes got like body slammed.
Do you think they're gonna do like they did in Claire's season, the Bachelor nude dodgeball? They're gonna do it in this season.
I would hate if they did that.
Same. I don't want.
I would hate it so much if they did that.
I wouldn't want it.
It would be horrible. I would shut my TV off. I would pen a strongly worded letter to ABC, and I would say, "How dare you put these attractive women in skimpy lingerie
And censor it of all things.
and
is that body shame?
and parade them around on my TV for sport?"
Honestly, I think they
that's
should.
what they did today, and you liked it.
No.
No, I did not. We did not.
Mm-mm.
No, I think
They
should
were
air-
wearing far too much clothes. I
They should
hated
air an
it.
uncensored version. Air
was
this
a-
after midnight,
was a
like
wedding
HBO
dress.
After Dark or whatever
The
it was.
vibe-
Star Max After
The
Dark, whatever it
vibe
was. Do you guys remember those?
was
Showtime
strange.
After Dark. What was it?
Yeah, you want to know something funny?
What? Softcore.
Yeah, I mean it's funny. So like, this is sorry. If there's anything more indicting Oh fuck! All right, now I'm just gonna fucking spit it out. Fuck it. When I was younger, my dad's like in like IT and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like before I knew how to do anything, like he put basically the whole house on lockdown. Like all child
boobs.com.
Like parent locks on everything.
Penn Island.
Incredibly intense parent locks
Why were
on.
you going to Penn Island?
I'm in the middle of a
I'm
story,
sorry.
Spencer. Jesus Christ.
I
Let me get to the punchline, and then you can comment. Or you can comment along the way, but just make sure they're related.
Or just one-off things like I do.
Yeah, just like build, pal, build, improv, yes and.
Yes, boobs.com, Penn Island. You were saying, Anthony.
What I was saying was my dad had my shit on lockdown forever, so I got creative, right? I was able to get around it all the time, and like I know how to get around the stuff now, and I think I credit myself with being as like problem-solvy now as I was when I was like 13 years old, just trying to look at boobs on the internet, right? Now, when I went back, no, I didn't go back home. I was back home, and like I was looking at, I was probably in high school. I was probably like 16, maybe 17, and I was just like scrolling through the channels on the TV, and I clicked on all those like Skinamax, like HBO After Dark stuff, and I saw that it had like a parent lock on it. But at that point, like I fucking knew my dad's parent lock code. Of course, you see him type it in one time, that shit is ingrained in me. Dad, if you're watching, change your bank pin too. But he went and I just like typed in the password or whatever. Automatically, boom. Now I'm watching like softcore porn, and I was like, "This is sick. I'm gonna enjoy myself." I watched probably a lot of it.
I mean, same, yeah.
But because I thought it was free, I didn't know it was.
You did one of those.
My dad got a bill, came into my room, and said, "Don't you dare ever charge me for porn again."
Get it free like a real man.
And I said, I was like, quite literally, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, I'm not even playing here. Listen, we've had this conversation a lot. I have no idea what you're talking about. You have this house on lockdown. And he's like, "What? This wasn't you?" And listed off some of the names, and I was like, "Oh boy."
Backyard shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, "Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. We're on the same page now." He saw the fear in my eyes, and he was like, "Dude, just don't."
I did that exact. I have two things to comment on.
Mm-hmm.
I did the exact same thing with Girls Gone Wild, like
hell yeah,
which was my favorite thing, but it was like $40, and
yeah,
for some reason, it went to my aunt's email address and not my parents'.
I think you told me this story.
And next time I went up there, she confronted me in front of my whole family.
That's awesome.
I was 11 or 12.
Speak of the devil. My dad texted me good night.
Good night, son. What's my passcode?
Good night, son. I hope you didn't release my bank pin
that
online.
was one of those embarrassing things. I was like, and she also caught me doing boobs.com when she was staying over. But I wanted to say, after the interruption that Spencer did, the fact that immediately you start talking louder and faster, I was you must say I was almost in tears laughing because you're like, yeah, and then
I just need to spit it out. I wasn't sure if I was going to be interrupted again. I was like,
such a shift in how you portrayed the story, because before you're like, yeah, and then this, and then you're like, all right, I gotta
get thought out before I'm cut off. The funniest thing in the world is that fuck it, let's just spit it all out. Fuck it, it's one of my favorite stories though. When I was probably like 11 or 12, I went to a barber. The barber was like nautical. It was not nautical. It was like sort of like nautical theme, but he was like a big like Harley guy, and he loved boats, and he loved like.
He was like a retired Marine or something.
He was definitely he was definitely like a Marine or something like that. Fought in like Vietnam. This guy had a whole bunch of magazines out, like on the counter all the time. Yeah. And like I found, and I was just I always just flip through them. They were always just like whatever, like GQ and stuff like that. Yeah, they were just like like motorcycles daily.
Oh, one of those like motors. Okay,
yeah, it was like motorcycle magazines, and like they had like a subscription to like GQ and stuff like that. I was flipping through one. I was I was 11 years old or 12 years old. Flipping through one, all of a sudden, what do I see? Nipples. That's right. real adult female nipples. I lose my mind. My eyes must have been glued to this magazine because he walked over and like kicked the table, and like I looked up and he goes like, oh, really like that magazine, huh? I must have been staring at it for 45 minutes based on his reaction and how concerned he was for me. He's like, you can take it home if you like it that much. I was like, thank you, sir. Like,
I'll treasure always. Now it's under your bed, permanently stick together.
I have no idea where that magazine went. It disappeared.
But you did take it home.
100%. Because it was just a GQ, and they could have thought I was just reading the articles.
There's a GQ with nipples?
There was nipples in the GQ.
Yeah, that seems like something GQ would do.
Oh, I also... Yeah.
There was nipples in the GQ. So I get home, and then I was like, fuck it, right? I'm curious about a lot more. So I hopped on the internet, hopped on the computer. There's a computer sitting in my kitchen. There's
the kitchen.
No, it's the same thing with mine. Mine was in my living room.
My computer was like in my kitchen, but like it was the front door is kind of there.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If you walk in the front door, like you've been to my house. If you walk in the front door, like that's where my kitchen is. Yeah. The computer is right where my dog's cage currently is. Mm-hmm. And I was like staring, and I was just like there, and I was like, okay, let's like just like crack my knuckles. Let's see what shenanigans I can get into. I want to know. I would pay $800 to see my search history from that day, because I misspelled vagina 11 times, and I don't think I ever really spelled it right that day. I was like, there's no J or Y in this word. I get all the way through, right? I'm clicking on every tab that comes up.
Every vagina.
I click on one tab, 4 windows pop up. I was like, awesome. I was multiplying, I was spider webbing out.
Oh, are you talking about ads or all?
I was clicking on everything.
Oh.
I couldn't click fast enough. I must have had 200 tabs open on my computer. My thing is chugging along, right? I hear the car door close, and I was like, oh, damn, but I have time. So I went, and I closed everything. I just hit X, right?
Oh, okay.
And X on the thing, closed everything, shut it all down, right? I needed to, and I was like, I played off cool. Like, I didn't even know what, like
you're sweating intensely. Your dad was just...
But here's the thing is that I wasn't even like doing anything, because like I was like
Too
11.
young.
So like I was just like looking at it because I was like, this is what I want to look at. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I shut everything down. I played it really cool. My dad must have thought I was not doing anything nefarious. I come back, and he was like, help me with my homework or something. And I go to open up my computer, and I accidentally clicked restore all tabs.
Oh dear Lord.
And there was like I said, just like I couldn't get, like, the shame that washed over me lasted a minute and a half as every single tab popped up back open again, like in my face. And my dad's like, just like, go upstairs.
Your dad's like, I want to see what kind of man you've become.
I literally want to see how many times I misspelled vagina. Like, I was like, is there like a silent H in this word? I was like, why can't I figure out what it was? Because if you misspell vagina, it's not a commonly misspelled word, so there aren't very many Google suggestions being like, did you mean vagina?
Did you mean Virginia?
I also think back in that time,
it wasn't as robust.
That's what I was saying.
It was like 2009.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, back then, because I remember doing that, and like you misspelling shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is this not working?
Yeah, I feel like I figured out incognito mode pretty quick.
I didn't. You know? This was like
hold on. I don't think incognito mode.
It certainly didn't exist back then.
Yeah, it did.
That came out with Windows.
That came out with Chrome.
Or Chrome. Yeah, sorry, not Windows 7. What the fuck?
No.
I don't think incognito mode was a thing back then.
Well, delete your history was a thing back then.
It was, but I didn't even know what that was, dude. Like, I never. What do you say?
I was like 11.
I was 11 years old. I was still in like elementary school.
I knew what that was going in.
I was probably in 6th grade.
Because I never had that moment.
Yeah, I know. It's isolated, but it's very.
Oh, that also reminds me of a story about mine, which was whenever I. Oh my God! I just like had a stroke in my. Someone else say something. I got.
You were talking about reminded you of something that happened.
No, I know. Like it was based off of your story, and I can't like remember for the life of me.
Was it the time you got caught with the pornography?
No, because I already told that story. I really I just had a full on like.
No, it's all right. I mean, we're coming up on an hour.
Yeah.
And we've talked about The Bachelor for like 12 seconds.
A combined probably
fine.
6
Nothing
minutes.
Nothing happened this week.
No, like literally nothing happened. He went on 2 solo dates. He went on the first date with Bree. Bree is hot, bro. Bree is super, super hot. She gives me like a little bit of Tasha vibes, but not like pure Tasha. Like Tasha's like still the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life.
I know what I was about to say.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I saw long
Thank
enough.
God.
You're welcome.
And so, okay, so what I used to look up was because I had the privacy thing as well before I was like doing boobs.com and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to crack the privacy thing. I was like 12, 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured out it's like when you're watching a nature documentary and they'll show nude people because it's like part of their culture and whatnot like that, or they're nudists. I figured out if you look up like nudists as when I was younger, it came with like nudist colonies, and they'd be like, "Hey, come join our nudist colonies," and they're all naked.
This one in Durham.
Buddy, I know.
It was the one
pal, I know. I know. Another really funny story, Brendan. If you're listening and watching this far in, then you know this one. Obviously you work. I can't believe. Yep, did the same thing. I had a whole bunch of stuff saved down on my laptop at one point, but I had it all saved like it was my personal laptop, so like no one ever used it and stuff like that. It was just mine. So like I had everything saved, like bookmarks and everything like that. Or I had like a folder saved somewhere, and the folder, there were a couple sites that weren't really blocked by my dad's like hyper thing, and a lot of them were like blogs. So it was like Tumblr wasn't, Blogspot wasn't. There's a whole bunch of other like Vimeo wasn't.
Yeah, the good. Yeah.
So like it was all like whatever softcore
Tiny
stuff.
pic.
Yeah, like nothing, whatever. My brother is in college. Went to college. This is like 2 years ago. He called me in a frantic. He was in the middle of like a student government meeting. And all of a sudden, he like refreshed his laptop and pulled up his laptop, and all of my old login stuff showed up. So like all of my stuff showed up on his bookmarks, everything like that. And he ran out of, he slammed his laptop shut, ran out of the room, called me in the hallway, and said, "What the fuck is on my computer right now?" And I was like, "Dude, I have no idea what you're talking about." And he showed me, and I melted. I was like, when I talk about like stuff that I thought was gone forever, like there is no way that any of the
happened.
We to this day we don't know.
Was it your old laptop?
It was Chrome, so it might have been an old Chrome login. It wasn't my old laptop.
But he would have had to log it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I couldn't find that now if I wanted, and I don't want to because the stuff he was showing me is like, what the fuck is this, Anthony?
I would have played that off and like I've never seen that in my life.
No, because you want to know why?
I had Anthony dot whatever.
No, because he was going to call my dad to fix it.
Yeah.
He was like, if you don't help me with this in 5 minutes, I'm calling Dad. I don't give a shit. I was like, I'm gonna cry.
That's a pretty shit thing to do.
I'm gonna cry right here and right now.
It's amazed me that relationship you have with him because me and my brother would just act like we had never. Because there was one time where my brother. And everyone in my family knows this, or at least like my direct family, where there were some images that he was over 18 and stuff, but there were images on our iCloud that were not for anyone else.
To this day, I'm not linked with any iCloud ever because
I am not either.
And I was like, I'll keep them all on my phone. I don't care if my pictures take up 25% of my phone capacity because I can save all of them there. I was like, I'm not on an iCloud with anybody.
And they weren't bad, but they were getting to the point where it's like, if he didn't know, they're about to get worse. You know what I mean? Like it's that progression.
It's like, wow, he's either taking off his underwear or.
Those are images. I thank God I can't imagine because I never want to remember those.
Oh, you saw them.
I saw them.
Oh
and
boy!
I immediately texted him. I go, "Hey, you should." I didn't even say anything. I think I said, "Oh, I think iCloud got some of your pictures or something." Like I didn't even address it, and I haven't mentioned it since. And I was just like,
hate on the Android. I've never had to deal with that.
Well, that's because growing up, we were all on my family's account.
Yeah.
Then a second I went to college, new account. No one else had my login.
Yeah.
I remember my dad being like, "Can I have your login so I know like where?" I'm like, "Absolutely not."
Incorrect.
I was like, "There's no reason for you to have it." And my dad would just be like, "Well, it's for location." I'm like, "I can share my location. You're not getting my logins." Yeah. So I told Luke to do it, and he did as well. So.
See, I've never had a problem like that. I'm probably just lucky, not actually sneaky.
Maybe lucky. My thing is like Snapchat saves stuff down as memory. Did you get your Snapchat year in review?
No, because I delete my Snapchat pretty much every other year. And,
Good.
And I don't recall it. I think I'm on my fourth Snapchat.
I was like, my Snapchat year in review comes up. I'm scrolling through, and they're like, "Oh, fun times with friends," and it's like a dick pic, and I'm like, "Oh."
I'm so
Wait a
surprised.
second. I was
I'm
like,
so
why is this saved? Snapchat.
You
I'm not
don't
a
do
dick
that either.
pic
Do you
guy.
delete people off of Snapchat?
I've only done one, and it's the last girl
yeah.
that I was talking about.
I
think that's the only girl I've ever removed from
I still have her
Snapchat.
on my Snapchat.
I just didn't want to see what she was up to anymore.
That's fair.
Maybe,
that's the whole reason I don't want to look.
made
at
me
social
feel
media.
very bad.
And I
Also, I didn't like she would see my stuff and then instantly comment back, and I'd be like,
yeah.
stop.
That's fair.
That's the reason I've done it, because I've dated people pretty much intermittently. I don't want to see their stuff. I don't see mine. But mainly for me, it's either a refresh or like when I was on Tinder like a lot, and I was getting like those Snapchats where it's like, who the fuck is like Becca the second, or like if I nickname them or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or in my phone contacts, I purge my phone contacts like once a year. I go through it.
I've like never deleted phone contacts.
That's why I don't have that. Like, I just don't like having too many people I don't care about.
I don't delete my phone contacts, and you guys are gonna hate this. I don't put last names in my phone contacts.
All right, that's a
move.
terrible
Pretty funny.
move.
It's a little mystery.
But why? Mystery for who? For you?
For me,
You know what I really like? Creating more trouble for myself.
Yeah. I like making everything more difficult. Do you have your dad by his first name in there with no last
nah,
name?
he's in there as dad.
Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Like,
Daddy is different.
There's dad, then the's daddy, then there's father. That's my priest.
Nah, it's dad.
But yeah, so I delete my Snapchat like pretty much once every year, once every 1 year and a half, and I just re-add the people I want. Also, I'm not really, other than if I'm like on Tinder or dating stuff, I don't use Snapchat at all because I just don't care to.
Yeah.
I guess I've just never found it interesting to just take a picture of my face and send it to someone and be like, hey, I'm up to. Obviously, I'm talking to two people that might be doing that.
I do that.
But I just never really care.
It's most of the time I send a Snapchat. It's just a picture of my face,
Half your face?
half my face, blankish
bed.
expression.
Yeah. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, maybe not even text.
I look to either side. And
Maybe
smile.
just this.
See, I've just never felt that.
Watch me go. This person's gonna maybe listen to the thing anyway. There you go. Done.
See,
She knows.
I've never gotten the appeal of it. So.
Uh-huh.
I try harder
But the
than
thing
that.
is, I also
I don't have to.
I only ever used
I
it
do.
for text because people off of Tinder don't want to give you your phone number, reasonably so. So I always had to use it as text.
Yeah.
And they would send me images. I'm like, I just don't really care. Like, I've never been one for any of like, even like dirty text and stuff. Like I don't save any of those. I much prefer in person. And that's my problem, or like not even a problem. It's just my preference. I've just never really cared. It's been like, oh, great, you're sending me this nude pic, and it's 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. on a work day. How nice. I'm still at retail. I can't do anything about this. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's never been something. Also, like you, I don't want anything floating around. So, in my memories with someone else.
Have my memories come up and make me happy. Terrible. Hate that.
No. That was the old me.
Yeah, we are not happy. But yeah, so I mean, we got a solid well over an hour out of this.
Can I ask? It felt like 3.
This felt like 3?
This felt like so long.
It felt long, but I mean, the football game's still on somehow. This is the longest game I've ever seen. It started at 8.
Yeah, I don't
fucking
understand.
terrible.
I think they've had a lot.
It's 11:30. It's 3.5 hour game.
They've had a lot of reviews. They also had a lot of touchdowns, which automatically makes it a 3-minute commercial.
But they also didn't make any. They didn't do any halftime show.
No, they did do 20 minutes.
They usually do like a musical thing.
College football.
Not the national championship.
They don't do a musical thing at the national championship.
I'm almost positive. I don't think they do.
They don't bring in
year.
some country asshole.
No, that's this year
to.
for the Super Bowl.
They want to make
No,
it
it's the weekend.
Is it the weekend?
It's the weekend this year.
Dude, let me tell you, I'm so fucking pumped for the weekend.
Yeah. No, he's gonna do a really good job.
Oh, he just put out a new music video as well.
Yeah.
Save Your Tears.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. Well, he has his like faces all.
Well, he did it on purpose.
I know, it's prosthetic.
Yeah. I love how people thought that was real.
People still think it was real. My brother and sister asked me a couple days ago. They're like, did the weekend really? No. I was like, the weekend is a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah,
he didn't fuck his shit up.
He dated Selena Gomez for a while.
About this, I don't know why you're looking at me.
I was looking at the
third person.
I was looking at all of us.
Yeah.
I like to divide my attention.
Well, I think next week we're gonna have more Bachelor.
Hopefully, we have some Bachelor
because we're gonna have a rose ceremony.
Because I'm running out of embarrassing stories. Just
Rose?
kidding.
Oh,
I have
so
endless
many.
invention.
We're gonna have
I
a
was
rose
gonna say
ceremony.
some
We're gonna
stuff
have
about
tears.
about the dates, but
We'll save it for next.
We'll
week.
save it for
We'll
no. We
save it
can
for next
all roll it
week.
in. It's like this episode didn't even really end. Like no one got sent
it
home.
didn't. It got a to be continued.
Yeah, no one got sent home.
I have a feeling next episode's gonna be incredible, and we can do tears.
And we can do tiers next week, so we can wrap it up. Yeah,
So, I mean, I
just
and we have
everyone's
3
name.
tiers to do.
yeah. We can roll through. We can move faster.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna
I'll
be-
keep it going like faster.
All right.
When we do tiers next week, but it's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with both of you. Spencer, you're really coming out of your shell.
I drank a lot of wine and tequila this evening.
The wine was good. We had good wine. But you sound good. You sound comfortable on the mic,
Yeah,
my guy.
no, I'm pretty comfortable on the mic.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
Sorry if I cut you guys off a few times.
No.
Get a little
That's
excited.
I
no,
only
no.
did that a few couple.
But
times.
also it's kind of difficult to negotiate with 3 mics anyway, because like in a normal conversation,
Yeah,
right,
I
it's
have a
not,
problem with that too.
it's not recorded. It's just like we could have a normal three person like conversation. And it's like not recorded, but now like that can trail off however we want. There could be dead silences, but like when you do like a full like conversational podcast, there's stuff where it's just like. And also, I've said it over and over again, and it's just a me thing. My memory is really, really bad. So, like, I need to get my thought out, or I lose it forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if it was like the perfect sequitur, like the perfect like transition into something else, if I lose it, it's gone, my guy. Like I'm not going to sit there and try and chase it down.
Yeah.
But that's just me. But yeah, it's been awesome talking with both of you. Hopefully next week we have a Bachelor episode that actually does something.
I think we got through some stuff today.
We did. We got through some Bachelor, but I had more fun just conversational talking with you guys.
This was definitely more of like a cathartic.
It's kind of fun.
We
Yeah,
got because there's so many stories I've told. Like I've never told anyone that news story because it never pops in. It never pops up in my head to say, I should probably say this.
I should tell the entire listening world.
Exactly.
I mean,
but the thing is, it's not bad because I know other people relate.
It doesn't
to
even matter.
One thing about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is it's a great way to kind of
Bring in your own love life.
Well, that and like just like it's kind of an indictment on the American system of like marriage and relationships.
Preach, sister,
it's very
preach.
fun to.
Yeah, I don't need
to make
I don't need
fun
no
of
man
it.
to make me happy.
No, it's not that.
No,
No,
but
it's not
it's
personally.
no, but it's I know exactly what you're saying.
It's just like all this idealized nonsense, and like like I do like Matt. He's a very likable person, and there's a lot of likable people on the show. But at the same time, like the wedding dresses throwing paint at each other, like it's just like really.
It was a fun activity.
It's really
group activity.
It's really sanguine and kind of. It's kind of like
sanguine. What a word!
It's
Yeah,
kind of
Lil
like
Uzi Vert came
like-
out with a song called
it's kind of
Sanguine Paradise.
Love
oh,
the
I'm
song.
I'm about to drop something from the Odyssey.
I thought you were saying he's about to drop a Lil Uzi Vert album.
I'm about to, actually, it's interesting you mentioned that. I'm about to drop some hot bars.
It's like in the Odyssey when Odysseus goes to the island and he's sort of entranced by Circe. And
What island? Was that the Siren Island?
no.
Is that the Cyclops Island?
Is after it's before that. But no, there's a point. It's right after he leaves Troy, and he gets. God, the island has a name, but
It's all right.
I'm
We'll
blanking on
we'll
it.
move forward.
Yeah, but he meets Circe there, who's a goddess,
Mhm.
and Circe's kind of a goddess of like. It's not really entrapment, but she's like. She's very attracted to Odysseus, and she kind of traps him there for a year, and they fuck each other, and like. Odysseus
Oh, that's
has
right.
a
He gets
wife-
super comfortable, right?
right. And
He
it's
gets
very,
like fat and comfortable
It's very strange.
Oh, it's like
because he's
any
under a spell.
relationship.
No, because
Right.
she puts a spell on him.
right, and he's under her spell, but he's trying to get home to
His woman.
His wife,
Yeah,
who's
his
who's
wife.
being courted by suitors.
right.
Yes.
And it's very sanguine. It's very strange, and that's kind of the Bachelor kind of. Is that's what it is really when you think
Being
about it.
entrapped and losing yourself.
Well, it's not being entrapped. It's just like being under the spell of this like. It's just it's bizarre and sanguine and
Well, I've heard often, and like obviously the different type of dating shows that I am that let's say birthed this program that we're on right now, like Rock of Love or Flavor of Love, those really old VH1 trash like dating shows.
school baby.
The girls on those say, excuse me, that it becomes very much like that, where like a lot of them go on because like they want to like grow their career or whatever, like gain a following or like not be a stripper anymore. And they end up going through and realizing that like I only see Flavor Flav. He's the only male I'm allowed to interact with for 3 weeks,
Right.
and I fall in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and by the end of it, like when they all like cry when they get eliminated and stuff like that, a lot of them are like, those are real tears. For some reason, I was in love with Bret Michaels.
Yeah, it was like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. It's like you are not allowed to interact with the outside world. You are only allowed to see Flavor Flav. He gives you attention. He's always put in a perfect light. He is given like everything is perfectly set up. It's all perfectly choreographed for you to fall in love with this fucking whoever.
Giant clock.
Yeah, with a giant clock.
He's swinging around his neck.
Have you seen his clock?
It's giant.
It's a massive
highlights.
It's a massive clock.
It is.
But yeah, so like I completely understand what you're talking about. It's all very, very staged and produced in a way to create a situation where you could fall in love with the Bachelor very, very easily and very quickly. But yeah, no. So I 100% agree with you on that. I think
we all want it, huh?
What happened?
We all want it, huh?
All want what?
That.
Yes. I'm gonna be honest. We gotta end this.
We do.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
So we all want it, huh?
Right at the end
Love. I was like, are we gonna go here now?
It's not even love, though. It's just
let's
like
save it for tier week.
It's not even love. It's just
tier
like
week.
It's just like some plastered bullshit that we think is love. We'll talk about this.
To be continued.
Such a counterculturalist.
To be continued, just like the episode.
Actually, yeah, that's a great idea. To be continued. But you have more words?
No, I was gonna
Stop
say.
talking.
Sorry,
Let him end this.
Do you have more words?
I have to drive him home.
Yeah, dude, I'm
I'm
tired.
not gonna get home till 12:30.
End the episode before I talk about more.
Shut
shit.
up.
No,
then.
I'm going to end the episode.
Turn
Spencer,
the mic off.
I'll cut your mic off.
I'm putting the mic over there. I'm done.
Okay. Thank you all very much for listening to this episode of the Reality Wagon Bachelor podcast. It's been our most schizophrenic one yet, and we're hoping to get it. It'll make more sense next week. We're still trying to figure out the 3 mic situation. It is more fun to have another person here. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It feels like a good vibe. Maybe we can replace Spencer with somebody else more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
Correct.
Go ahead. Your mic is over there.
No, don't do it.
I know. Don't grab your mic. But yeah, so thank you all very much for listening. You can download this podcast on 2 different platforms primarily, but we're up on a whole bunch of stuff, so you can check your local listings. But we are up on iTunes and on Spotify. On Spotify, you can toss us a follow. That's great. You get automatic download to your device. That's really cool. We track those downloads. That's our main metric for success. We have had tremendous success with our last podcast that went up last week. Yeah. Thank you all very much who have listened. Spencer, I'm sure you did a ton. I saw you broadcast on all your social media channels, actually. Yeah, thank you for that.
He has social media?
That was the joke. He didn't broadcast at all. I did all the promotion for it, as always. Yeah, so on that's how you can listen on Spotify and iTunes on the podcast app. You can toss us a subscription. That's really cool. That's free, by the way, so really no reason not to. You'll get the automatic download to your device. You'll get a notification when we upload. You'll also be able to give us a 5-star and a comment. Those are really awesome, and like we know we got some better engagement last week. If any of you guys like what we did, or even if you didn't really like what you did and just kind of feel bad for us as people, if you feel bad for me, which you should, I've got very little going for me. You can just give us 5 stars and a comment. Like that's really helpful. It helps boost us in the podcast charts. So yeah, definitely do that if you feel so inclined. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. So we are at Reality Wagon. That's one word, at Reality Wagon. Very, very active on Twitter, more active on Instagram. We put up posts all the time on both, just letting you know like when new content comes out. We have these videos up too. So these podcasts are all video recorded too. So if you're watching on YouTube, what's up? We have a blue light, or we're back to purple. The purple looks cool. I like the purple again.
I think it's dope.
Yep, helps hide the blemishes. My face is breaking out, and the purple light helps a lot. But yeah, so if you want to go ahead and watch those videos, we're at ANMC Studios. So that's Aaron, Nancy, Michael, Charles Studios on YouTube. It goes up there. I broadcast that I publish that YouTube link on all of our social media. So if you have trouble finding it, definitely come and watch the YouTube video. It's really cool that we have that now. So you guys got anything to say?
Nope.
Cool. Spencer, you can have your mic back.
Thanks for listening, guys. And
is your mic off?
Did you turn it off?
I did not turn it off.
I think it's off. Or you weren't talking into it.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, he might be on.
Cool. No, he was talking
See you next
inside.
week, guys.
Oh.
So it's working out.
All right. Thank you very much for watching Reality Wagon Bachelor Podcast. My name is Anthony.
My name is Andrew.
My name is Spencer.
And we'll talk to you guys later.